Sleep deprivation is a very tragic occurrence in our world, and it's not taken as seriously as it should be. Barbara Graham had a traumatic experience dealing with insomnia. She started noticing how she couldn't fall asleep, and when she did, she had trouble staying asleep. She pushed it to the side and didn't think much of it until she realized how much it was affecting her during the day. She wasn't able to work efficiently or get much of anything done. She was being extremely anxious and even went through a stage of depression. She didn't know how to deal with it, so she confessed herself that she dealt with it every day until it finally killed her. She finally decided to go to a physician, and they were able to help her and get her back to herself. Barbara's testimony is a good example of how sleep deprivation can have bad effects. Not getting enough sleep can be detrimental to your mind and body. Sleep is important because it allows your body to regenerate and decreases risk of many physical and mental diseases. Almost everyone neglects sleep, every now and then. There are so many reasons to neglect sleep. There are all these TV shows and movies to binge watch, school assignments to get done, and people to talk to. And some people just can't seem to be able to fall asleep. More than 51% of adults neglect sleep, and 80% of adults say that they use the weekends to make up for loss of sleep. Nearly 69% of high school teenagers get less than 7 hours of sleep a night. 10% of children in the United States deal with some sort of disorder. Studies show that 31% of toddlers are getting 30 minutes to an hour less of sleep every night. Sleep deprivation is a recurring problem in people of all ages. No matter what age, it can have detrimental side effects. Getting a good amount of sleep allows your body to regenerate and repair for the next day. When you fall asleep, your brain can attend to other problems within your body. It can trigger release of hormones to help tissue growth and repair blood vessels. While you sleep, your body is able to make white blood cells that help attack viruses and diseases, which help your immune system, which relies on your sleep. When you don't get enough sleep, your immune system can't properly fight off infections. You're more able to get little diseases that you should be able to fight off every day. Sleeping also puts a lesser demand on your heart. It allows all your muscles to relax and recover for the next day. Our bodies need to be able to work for the next day. We need to be able to regenerate so we can produce the work and the needs for every single day that we go through. When you do sleep, your body doesn't demand as many calories as when it does when you're awake. So your body isn't needing food to make energy, and instead get rest. Not getting enough sleep is detrimental to your mental health. It affects your alertness throughout the day. Instead of doing your everyday activities with energy, you start just going through the motions. You can't really pay attention or get work done at 100% because you don't have that 100% to give. It starts to affect your ability to think and remember simple things. You can't learn as well in school, you can't think through your problems at work. With no sleep, you become easily aggravated, and it causes problems with your relationships and people. Even more detrimental is how sleep deprivation can cause anxiety disorder, depression, bipolar disorder, and attention deflect health disorder, also known as ADHD. 90% of children with depression have a sleep deprivation problem. Not being able to sleep lets people worry and overthink about their everyday issues. Lack of sleep can trigger a bipolar mania. This is because sleep can affect the way that you control your emotions. People who can't sleep tend to panic. You let everything that you have going on in this day and the next day get to your mind. This leads to an anxiety disorder that worsens over time. Sleep issues precede anxiety problems 27% of the time. We notice a lot nowadays of how mental disorders have increased in younger people. A cause of this is sleep deprivation and insomnia. When you don't get enough sleep, you can't let your brain think. You can't get over these problems because you're staying up all night and not letting your body fully rest. Depriving your body of sleep has many effects on the body also. It doesn't allow your immune system to fight off basic viruses. It allows your body to get respiratory diseases instead of fighting them off. Losing sleep can make your body gain weight. The sleep is the ability to affect hormones that control hunger and fullness. So when you are asleep, you're not craving food. But when you're awake, you do crave food. When your sleep schedule is changing, it causes increased fat storage and the possibility of diabetes. The heart depends on sleep. This is because sleep helps the blood vessels and rebuild. Very little sleep can cause the risk of cardiovascular disease. Hormones have a huge part in sleep as well. Not enough sleep can cause growth hormones and testosterone to slow in production. Even more vital is how sleep deprivation affects the brain. Sleep affects the prefrontal cortex, which is the front part of your brain, which handles reasoning and learning. When you don't have enough sleep, you can't learn properly and you can't reason every situation out as you should. Lack of too much sleep has bad side effects on this part of the brain. Sleep deprivation affects everyone in different ways, but no matter how it affects you, it's definitely not good for you or your body. As much as an issue that sleep deprivation is, there are ways to treat and prevent it. Exercising from 20 to 30 minutes a day, about 5 to 6 hours before you go to sleep, can allow you to fall and stay asleep better. It wears your body out and brings your energy levels down so you can properly fall asleep. It is also recommended to avoid substances that contain caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol because they can disrupt your sleeping patterns. Another way to prevent sleep deprivation is to stick to a consistent schedule. However, if you do have sleep deprivation, there are also ways to manage it. Keeping your room at a reasonable temperature will keep your body relaxed so you can stay asleep. And if you do fall asleep but you have trouble staying asleep, you can always try reading a book for a few minutes to focus your brain. Professionals say to clear your mind and let it drift to sleep peacefully. Dealing with sleep deprivation is a very difficult task. It can branch into many different things, and it all depends on you. Sleep deprivation should be taken very seriously. It can have horrible effects on your mind and body. If you do notice any signs that you might be struggling with this, go to a physician and see if they can assist you.